On the news tonight, Kano House of Assembly supports President Muhammadu Buhari's position on Electoral Act amendment. In business, National Food Security Council seeks solution to farmers' herdsmen crisis. And on the foreign scene, MMM founder Sergei Mavrodi dies of heart attack at 65. Hello there, and many thanks for joining us on SuperScreen News at 8, broadcasting to you live from Lagos. I am Adenike Owoye Ajiboye. Speaker of Kano House of Assembly, Abdullahi Atta, says the House is in support of President Muhammadu Buhari's refusal to assent the bill on amendment of the Electoral Act. Atta, who disclosed this to journalists in Kano, said one of the major amendments by the National Assembly is the change in sequence of elections, with the National Assembly poll coming first and the presidential coming last, which is contrary to INEC's proposal. Atta also said those seeking the amendment of the Electoral Act, especially the change in election sequence, were doing it in the pursuit of their personal interests. National Youth Service Corps (NYSC) says it will commence the registration of Batch A set of Corps members for the April 2018 mobilization today. The Corps announced that the registration portal will be opened from March 26 to 8 April 2018. This information was made available on the official website of the Corps, who said Nigerians who have graduated from universities and polytechnics, both at home and abroad, can proceed to register to enable them partake in the 2018 Batch A mobilization exercise. And in politics, ahead of the June 16 local government election in Rivers State, members of the All Progressives Congress (APC) in Andoni local government area of the state have defected to the People's Democratic Party (PDP). Some of the defectors cited unfair treatment and poverty in the APC administration as reasons for their defection. Some of the defectors promised to get their permanent voter cards (PVCs) ready ahead of the council election to vote for candidates of their choice.
It was not intentional for some of us to leave to the other side. But some persons came and said, oh, we have heaven on earth. Education they promised us there, we did not see it. 3,000 jobs annually was not there. 3,000 jobs was not there. PDP is Nigeria.
For APC, where we there, we don't tire of that kind of fishing. Now I make today we will come to PDP. When I've been there APC, no matter as I there APC, but I know they talk evil of Governor Nyesom Wike. All the works when they do, now they carry my eyes here.
The politics in Ward 3 for APC is where they come today is the people. Where they come from Ingrebra, break from Ingrebra. The Ingrebra part 1 is me. They promised me they will empower me so that I will deliver my post. When I work hard, within 30 minutes I finished the election in Ward 3.
In his welcome address, the PDP State Publicity Secretary Samuel Nwanosike assured the new members of equal representation and fair treatment, whilst urging them to embrace the newly enacted Neighborhood Watch.
That law, Neighborhood Watch, was proposed by an SPC lawmaker, the minority leader of the Rivers House of Assembly. In Lagos, they have the same neighborhood law. Yes. In Edo, just yesterday, Edo has done their own. In Imo State, they have their own. In Anambra State, they have their own. Katsina State, the state of President Buhari, has also joined to propose a security law. Why will River State be different? Go arrest that law has got to stay. It will provide security for our people. It will provide job for our people. It will make us happy. It will make us smile.
River State PDP Publicity Secretary Samuel Nwanusike speaking there. And now moving on, members of the Islamic movement in Algeria, IMN, have taken their protest to the National Assembly in Abuja, demanding the release of their leader, Ibrahim Sheikh El-Zakzaki. Spokesperson of the group, Ibrahim Abdullahi, told journalists that they will not relent in their protest until its leader, El-Zakzaki, is released, maintaining that the Shiite group has conducted itself in the most responsible and cautious manner. Speaking on the country's insecurity, Abdullahi accused President Muhammadu Buhari of playing politics with the lives of Nigerians for his selfish interest, citing the abduction of the Dapchi girls in Yobe State as example.
Coming to Zaria massacre, December 2015, Nigerian army comes out with their full forces and go to Zaria. They brought some people in a Siena bus and dropped them at Husseiniya Bakiyatullah, and the people blocked the road of the chief of army staff. Please, and please, does this tyrant President Buhari belong to everybody in this country? No. Does President Muhammad Buhari belong to everybody in this country? No. Yes. Does he belong to everybody? No. Does he provide the maximum security of the country? No. What happens? He ends up kidnapping innocent girls.
El-Zakzaki has been in custody for over 2 years after the Nigerian army raided his residence in Zaria in December 2015 as the direct consequence of his followers clashed with the convoy of the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Tukuru Buratai. Now, Managing Director of First Nation Airlines, Akayode Odukoya, has been granted $10 million bail by Aniketa Special Offences Court in Lagos State. Odukoya had on March 15 pleaded not guilty to fraud and a $1.7 billion theft allegation against him by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC. The court had ordered Odukoya to be remanded in EFCC custody pending the determination of his bail application. EFCC is accusing Odukoya of a 4-count charge of forgery, use of false documents, perjury, and stealing. During Monday's proceedings, Justice Dada granted Odukoya a $10 million bail, saying the prosecution did not show cause why bail should not be granted to the defendants. And back to River State, the River State Police Command says it has recovered illegal weapons, firearms, and ammunition from unauthorized persons in the state. This is in line with the directive of the Inspector General of Police, Ibrahim Idris, to all commissioners of police in the 12 zonal commands to commence simultaneous disarmament and recovery of prohibited firearms, ammunition, and weapons.
Speaking with journalists at the River State Police Command headquarters in Port Harcourt, State Commissioner of Police Zaki Ahmed said an 8-man special task force set up to enforce the directive of the Inspector General of Police Ibrahim Idris has recovered some firearms and weapons in just 1 week of operation. Zaki also highlights the command's achievement in the last 1 month, which included raid of a baby factory where 4 pregnant girls were rescued.
The task force has, in 1 week of its operation, recovered the following arms and ammunition. They are 12 AK-47 rifles, 30 locally made pistols, 35 single-barrel guns, 4 double-barrel guns, 3 pump-action, 3 Beretta guns, 1 FNC rifle, 4 long assault rifles, 5 magazines, and 60 cartridges. Number of suspects arrested, 25. That is for armed robbery. Number of cultists arrested, 6. Number of kidnappers arrested 9. Number of locally made pistols recovered 55. Number of English-made pistols recovered 4. Number of victims rescued 6. Number of armed robbery foiled 5. Number of kidnapping foiled 4.
Some of the suspects arrested confessed to committing the crimes they were brought in for.
They just got ready to see like this, and wife. So I didn't ask her to do all these things, so we didn't ask her. So when I do finish, you get one guy will come out, open motor. Open motor say, oh boy, when I can't enter. Guy drive. You get one body that carry man. That way they call down say, we keep it up for the house. So when we reach there, Dan say, the people, the house. So that place where they give me bad. Saying go like, make me sleep there with you, next thing, car there. So
short time 2 months ago, she said that he is pregnant. So as they decide to do it, it's both of them, it's the agreement. And they have already found a woman they wanted to hand the baby over. My work is just to take care of her, deliver her because I'm a midwife. So I deliver her. The woman came and said to me, they will now pay me my accommodation and food and the treatment. That is why I'm here.
The Commissioner of Police said the war against crime will continue in the state, even as he appealed to those who are yet to comply with the directive of the Inspector General to do so before the deadline.
Agbaluku Arigidi Akoko Kimenich was in pensive mood following the sudden death of 2 persons reportedly caused by a reckless driver. The incident occurred around 6 p.m. on Sunday, involving 2 vehicles and 3 motorcycles at Semusemu area at Agbaluku Arigidi Road. Report says the driver of a Toyota Camry car drove in a reckless manner in front of a petrol station in the vicinity, leading to the death of 2 persons on the spot, while 2 others were on a danger list at an undisclosed private hospital in Ikare, Akoko. Coming up in business, National Food Security Council seeks solution to farmers' herdsmen crisis. Join us for details of these and more after this timeout. Do stay.
I'm here to talk to you about the Infinity Card. The Infinity Card is a preloaded card that provides safer, easier, and faster financial services. Because it's not linked to any bank account, it eradicates the risks of exposure to your bank accounts. With it, you can plan your giving and expenses while staying within your budget. The Infinity Card works perfectly well for online transactions. With the self-service reloadable plan, it helps you diversify and distribute with no stress. It can be used to make withdrawal on any ATM nationwide. It offers a safe and secure alternative to handling bulky cash, since it's acceptable at any point of sale. Concerned about security? We've got you covered. Apart from eliminating the risks of exposure to your bank accounts, the Infinity Card is secure as an entity. Don't go another day without it.
For more information, visit www.myinfinitycard.com or call 0908-248-0591. The Infinity Card is also available at face value and loadable at any quick teller-enabled ATM across the country.
Well, it's so glad to have you back now in Business World. President Muhammadu Buhari has presided over the meeting of the National Food Security Council prior to its inauguration in Abuja. The meeting, which began at about 12 noon in the council chamber of the presidential villa, is attended by all members of the council. In attendance of the meeting, including Kebbi, Taraba, Plateau, Lagos, Ebonyi, and Delta State governors. Others are the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Boss Mustafa, Chief of Staff to the President, Malam Abba Kyari, National Security Advisor, retired Babagana Mungono, and 7 ministers, among others. The objectives of the Council include developing sustainable solutions to farmers' herdsmen crisis, climate change, and desertification. In another development, President Muhammadu Buhari has signed 2 agreements with 2 countries following the approval of the Federal Executive Council (FEC). The Special Advisor, Media and Publicity to the President, Femi Adesina, who disclosed this, said this includes the instrument for ratification of agreement between Nigeria and Singapore for the avoidance of double taxation and the prevention of fiscal evasion with respect to taxes on income and capital gains. The other was the instrument for ratification of the Memorandum of Understanding (MOU) among Nigeria, the Swiss Federal Council, and the International Development Association (IDA) on the return, monitoring and management of illegally acquired assets confiscated by Switzerland and to be restituted to Nigeria. Minister of Finance Kemi Adeosun says a letter written to the Acting Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) Ibrahim Magu was to improve control over recovered funds. A media advisor to the minister, Oluyinka Akintunde, who disclosed this, said contrary to media reports that Adeosun had ulterior motives, the letter was written to enable reconciliation and immunization of funds recovered by the federal government. She said the letter is to notify the records of cash assets and recoveries in the custody of the EFCC from May 2015 till date based on information available to the Office of the Accountant General of the Federation. Still ahead on the news, MMM founder Sergei Mavrodi dies of heart attack. Join us for details of these and more after this time out to stay.